Alright. We are back with another build video, and this time it is for Hunter, because I'm gonna be honest, I haven't been really showing that much love to my Hunter, or Warlock, but I like my Hunter more, not gonna lie. So today we are actually using another exotic that I've hardly ever used in D2. I use it a lot in D1, but I hardly ever use it in D2, and it is called the Frosties, an exotic pair of boots. Now, before I get into all that, just real quick, if you enjoy this video or find it helpful in any way, please consider subscribing. It's free, quick, easy, and you can always change your mind afterwards if you don't enjoy my content. That out of the way, let's get it on. So yeah, we are running a build that is for grenades. Just a bunch of grenades. Now before you start crapping on my light level, I have to use this cloak, okay? It's a struggle. It's the only masterwork cloak that I have that is solar. Solar is the only thing with bomber and supercharged, and the struggle is real. But forget that. Let's ignore my light level, okay? Use a different cloak. This is all I got. And honestly, it's not a bad cloak. I need to shut up. Okay, so first thing we're gonna go into is Stasis to see what this build is revolved around. So, of course, we have Shatter Dive and Wind Shroud for our aspects, the only two that are out. Dodging slows nearby enemies and activate while midair to quickly descend and shatter nearby targets on impact. This is monumental for the build. Another major aspect for this build is Glacier Grenade. Now, the reason why this is so important is because we are running a fragment called Whisper of Shards. Shattering a stasis crystal temporarily boosts your grenade recharge rate. Shattering additional stasis crystals increases the duration of this benefit. So not only does this give us that nice juicy 10 resilience that does not matter whatsoever for Hunter, but it also gives us our grenade recharge rate a massive boost. Pair that alongside Frosties, and our grenade recharge rate is like tripled. It is insane. Now what Frosties do is that it has an armor perk called Rapid Cooldown. Increase grenade, melee, and dodge regeneration while sprinting. Dodging increases your sprint speed. So this is also another key factor of our grenade. And yeah, zombies I never thought I'd use them in this game. The last fragment we're using is Whisper of Fissures. Now I actually did some testing, and Whisper of Fissures is by far probably the best thing you can use. The other things I tested around with was Whisper of Hedrons. It's nice to have, but it isn't what I'm going for with this build. Whisper of Refraction was also another major thing that I was playing around with, because it would give us our class ability energy back, and our class ability can give us our grenade energy back with the mod Bomber, but Whisper of Refraction wasn't the way that I wanted to go. I wanted to be able to clear out ads at a more rapid pace, and I was already getting my grenade back at a really fast pace as well, so I didn't think Whisper of Refraction was necessary, although it is a good pickup if you would rather run this instead of Whisper of Fragment or Whisper of Fissures. Anyway, what Whisper of Fissures does increases the damage and size of the burst of stasis when you destroy a stasis crystal or defeat a frozen target. So since we're going to be throwing our grenades constantly at the enemies and big hordes of enemies, we are going to be blowing everything up with our grenade, especially since we have it almost all the time. And that is as far as Revenant goes, as far as that stasis subclass goes. In terms of weapons, once again, another video where weapons do not actually matter. You can use whatever you want. I am using 3 weapons with Demolitionist, because Demolitionist is love, Demolitionist is life, especially with this build. Get our grenade back even faster. And also, if you don't know what Demolitionist does, just real quick, kills with this weapon generate grenade energy. Activating your grenade ability reloads this weapon from reserves. I actually didn't know about that second part. I always just knew that it gave me grenade energy, but I never knew that it reloaded my gun until just recently. But yeah, that's a nice little thing. Anyway, we are running 3 Demolitionists because, once again, this is a grenade build. We want to get our grenade back extremely fast, and all 3 of these weapons have the capability to kill enemies very fast. So getting our grenade back is not a problem in the slightest. In terms of mods, I'm running 7 mobility, 7 discipline, almost 7 strength, 4 resilience, 2 recovery, 5 intellect. I went about that weird, don't ask why. But nothing really special about these stats. They're pretty crap. I try to work around all my gear, but for some reason every single piece of my gear has a bunch of intellect. I don't know why. It's either because my passive really likes using supers, like a complete and utter or I just got unlucky. I'm gonna go with the latter because I don't want to see myself in that spotlight. But if I were to say a specific thing to spec your stats into, I would probably put it into mostly mobility and discipline. Primarily discipline over anything else, just because you get that grenade recharge rate even faster, and mobility gets us our grenade back because of a mod that we are using on our class item called Bomber. But I digress. Actually, with that being said, let's go straight into mods, because that's all there is for stats. For mods, the first thing I'm going to go over is actually the Charge of Light stat that we're using to consume our Charge of Light, and that is going to be Energy Converter. Since we are going to be throwing our grenades all the time, and since we get our Charge of Light stacks all the time, we are using Energy Converter. Now what this does, while charged with light, using your grenade attack grants you super energy, consuming all stacks of Charge with Light. The more stacks you have, the more energy you gain, up to a maximum of 50% 50% of your super energy. So you could say that this build is more so grenade as well as super cooldown insanity. I wanted my stuff back extremely fast, and this is the way that I saw to do it. You could also use high energy fire to use those charge of light stacks because we get them constantly. You're going to be getting that extra damage bonus all the time. So if you don't want your super, I'd highly recommend using high energy fire. The other stats that I'm using to get those charge of light stacks is quick charge. Getting rapid kills with a shotgun or fusion rifle has a chance to become charge of light. Charge harvester. While you are not charge of light, any kill or assist has a small cumulative chance to cause you to become charge of light. It's pretty clutch. And yeah, those are the mods that we're using to actually become charge of light. The other mods in the charge of light slot, stay with me now, is radiant light. We get 20 extra strength when we're using another arc mod in any of our armor, and we are using bomber as well as supercharge. Supercharge helps us get 2 additional stacks of charge of light. Maximum is 5, my maximum is 4, and bomber reduces grenade cooldown when using your class ability. And that's pretty much all the mods. The other mods that I'm using that aren't really significant is just shotgun mods, because we are going to be using our shotgun as our main source of our demolition stacks, because our shotgun is going to in turn give us our charge of light stacks as well. Alright, that is the video. That is all I got. I'm tired. If you enjoyed this or found it helpful in any way, leave a comment down below and leave a like. And with that being said, I will see you in the next one. If you have any ideas that you'd like me to cover, please let me know. Slowly but surely running out of ideas, but I'm also gaining some. Not at the same pace, but alright. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.